Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope your day is off to the most magical start. We're not going to be having Motivation Monday tomorrow. I have a very busy work day. So there will be a live on Tuesday. But in the meantime, I wanted to come to you because you may have seen on Friday, I think. I think it was Friday that I made a post about something I'm really excited about. So I'm here to talk to you about that. But first, we're going to talk to you a little bit about what's been going on with me. And I am equally parts super excited and a little bit nervous because I'm about to get super real with you, what life has been like for me, and in hopes that it helps one of you, anyone who may be struggling, going through their own period of sadness. So I'm just super excited to share with you today and hope that you feel all the love from my heart to yours. But before we get started, let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out. One more time, in through the nose and out. Okay. Thank you for getting centered and into this moment with me. Super excited. I want to be so present. I think this is going to be long. I apologize in advance for the length, but it's important. And I want to make sure that I hit all the points. Full disclosure, I have some notes over here. I'm going to be flicking back and forth to make sure I hit all the things because I want to really be honest with you about what this was like for me. So, for those of you who don't know, firstly, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Pam Morrissey, and I am a wellness lifestyle coach, mindfulness mentor, and yoga instructor living in Labrador City, Canada. And I am just delighted to come to you with these lives to help bring a little bit more health, happiness, fulfillment to your everyday. It's all about the lessons that I've learned over the last 10 years that have taken me from surviving to thriving. But for those of you who have been following me, you might remember that I hit a little bit of a road bump in January. I was down with a neck and back injury, and that's what started the whole thing. So for anyone who's experienced any kind of pain, you know that it sucks. Like it sucks so much. And it's just not fun. So right off the bat, I tried to see the silver lining. I tried to bring myself into a better frame of mind about it because I know that that works. I've done that for years and I know how meaningful that kind of work is, but the pain was really getting me down. And I did my best and I had 2 days where I felt so good and I was like, oh, good, I'm finally rebounding. This is like middle of January. And then I got brought back down again. I re injured it. And I just was so upset by that. But what it really did was bring attention to other areas of my life that also needed my love and attention. Who can relate to that? Where something has happened to you and then all of a sudden it feels like it's all falling down, that your house of cards is completely crumbling around you. And it's like, how did I get here? Does that resonate with anybody? I just couldn't understand. I was literally riding a high in December. 2022 was the best year of my entire life. I felt so good about myself. I felt so good in my body. I launched my new business. I was fired up and excited and inspired, and I was creating things and I was treating my body really well, and my mindset was so good. So to have such a fall in January was so hard for me. And I was just so sad. I cried all the time. I was frustrated, I was angry, I was overwhelmed. I just was not in a good headspace and I couldn't figure out why. Like, yes, the pain that I was going through was bad, but that was getting better. I was on medication for a little while to help with the pain. I started going to a chiropractor. Highly recommend, by the way. My chiropractor is amazing and I love him. He has magic hands that helps me so, so much. And I'm feeling so much better in my body right now. It's incredible. But that's not that's not the point. The chiropractor is not what fixed me, even though it has helped me so much. Um, Going back to the sadness of it, I was frustrated because I couldn't understand why I was so sad. And honestly, I manifested it. I made it happen because I had such a good year in 2022. And I remember, and I am growing a coaching business. And part of growing a business like this is really learning to connect to the people that you want to help and really letting them feel like you understand them and that you have been in their shoes and that you know what it feels like. And I remember saying to my coach in one of our sessions, you know what? I think my problem is that I don't remember it. Is that I felt so good for so long and I have been doing so well for so long that I don't remember the pain of what it used to be. And I remember what it used to be. I remember having no quality of life. I remember being in so much pain. I remember thinking that I was so blessed and why was I not happy? Why couldn't I why couldn't I feel the way I wanted to feel? Why were my outside circumstances always bringing me down? What couldn't I overcome? What mindset blocks were there that I needed to fix that I couldn't seem to undo? I did years of work. I did years of working on courses and reading books and working with coaches and just trying to further understand. And I learned so much along the way, but I couldn't overcome the pain and the sadness and the emotional roller coaster of being up and down. And what it was is that I knew deep down that I wasn't living the life that I was supposed to be living. So many of us are just going through the motions, right? Like you're just doing the same things over and over every single day. So getting up, getting a shower, getting some breakfast, going to work, coming home, maybe hanging out with some friends, maybe watching some TV and going to bed. Repeat. Who can relate? My life was very structured for so long, and I couldn't keep consistent with anything for very long. So it was frustrating. Like that was so I can remember what that was like. I remember that I knew that I was meant for more and I was frustrated and I would have weeks where I did nothing and then I would have weeks where all I did was work out and love myself and talk to myself like someone I loved and give myself everything I need, but it was this constant roller coaster. And even though I could remember it, I couldn't remember what it felt like. So I think this was my lesson. I think this downward spiral in January for me was really a reminder of the pain and of the numbness. And I think that was what concerned me the most is that there were some days when I was completely numb. I was numb to feeling sad. I was numb to feeling happy. I was numb to it all. I wanted to feel it. And I knew that I could because I had experienced a whole year of this like high of beautiful gratitude where I just felt this overwhelming gratitude for my life and knew that that feeling was available to me, but could not tap into it. I was so focused on the pain, on the sadness, on not wanting to be feeling the pain and the sadness because none of us want to feel that way. No one wants to be sad. No one wants to be engrossed in their grief. No one wants to be angry, frustrated, upset. Like no one wants that feeling. But that is part of our problem is that we don't want it, so we resist it and we try to push through it and we don't want to acknowledge it and we don't want to look at it. We just want to push it down, move past it and pretend like everything is okay. Fake it till you make it. That used to be my saying once upon a time, probably about 7 years ago. I remember giving someone that advice once. Fake it till you make it. Oh my God. Worst advice ever. Don't fake it till you make it. Don't do it. That is not the way to live a healthier, happier, more fulfilled life. I promise you, it is not going to work and you're going to have to deal with it eventually. So let's deal with it faster. So here was the great part, was that I wasn't alone in it. I had already asked for help. So I have a coach. I have a mindset and manifestation coach, and I have a full community of people within that group program who are incredible and who I can be completely honest with, and who are some of my most treasured friends. And I have other friends and support, and my husband, who all want the best for me and who want me to be the best version of me. And I know they were all confused by this. Like, they were confused by where this came from, what has happened, what's going on, except for my coach. She knew exactly what was going on. But she loved me through it, and she supported me through it, and she reminded me of the way to get through it. And it was so good. And the first step in this process was surrendering to where I was and just admitting it. I remember making the post of me being a hot mess, and being sick to my stomach about putting that out there, because here I am promoting healthy, happy, more fulfilled lifestyle, and I'm going through it. I'm going through something awful. I am feeling terrible. I am not a shining example. And that is not who I want to be. But I needed to just surrender to the fact that this is where I was, and to just admit that life was hard right now, that I was going through a season of struggle, that I was trying all the things, but nothing was working, that I was numb, and that I was tired, and that I was sad, and that I was crying, and that I didn't understand what was going on with me, and that it was frustrating. And, I just had to surrender to what was and let it be there, because resisting it is futile. You're going to have to deal with it eventually. So deal with it now. Get it out of the way. Let's just move. Let's surrender to what is, allow the feelings to be there, honor where you are, and just take the steps that are going to move you forward. So I was honest, and I cried a lot. And I realized that I was putting too much pressure on myself. I had a deadline for when I wanted to leave my job. I had a deadline for um, how many clients I wanted to be working with. I had ideas of what it needed to look like, of what my life needed to look like in order for me to be successful. So dumb. Like, looking back, it all seems so silly, but at the time, it hurt so much, because I knew I wasn't living up to my potential. And there is absolutely no worse feeling than knowing you are meant for more and not being able to get yourself in a place where you can go for it and do it and work towards those goals and work towards those dreams, because you just can't get it out of your own way. You can't get out of your own head. You can't shut it all down and be who you're supposed to be. So surrendering and being super honest. And I had to set some really strong boundaries, and just say, like, I am no longer willing to lie about my feelings, to pretend like something doesn't bother me, to say that I'm fine when I'm not fine. Those things are no longer happening. I will never again in my entire life pretend that I'm okay when I'm not okay, because that doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help the people in my life. It doesn't help the people that I'm serving. It is not honest. It is not showing up with integrity. And that is not who I am. I am a person who wants to lead by example, and who wants to show what it looks like, even if it looks messy, even if it doesn't look the way that I want it to look. How it looks doesn't matter. How it feels is what matters. And I say that all the time, but I just was afraid to admit that I was going through it, and that it was hard, and it was a struggle for me. So I started having hard conversations with people in my life. I started being honest about where I was, and just telling them that I'm emotional right now, that I've been stuffing down emotions for too long, that I need to start being honest. And that probably meant that we were going to be having some conversations that they may not like, but this was a two-way street, and I wanted us to be able to talk and communicate together, and to make things better, and to just be happier us, like happier in all my relationships, happier in my day-to-day life, just happier in general. I reconnected to my gratitude practice. I have been doing a gratitude practice for, oh my gosh, years and years and years and years, probably 8+ years, like probably. Um, and it has gotten so regular for me that I was kind of going through the motions of it. It was like an autopilot. Like even though I was doing it, I wasn't connected to the practice. So that was part of the reason that I implemented a gratitude practice inside Mind Body Soul Connection, my free Facebook group, in February, because I know the value of it. Because I understand that it's not just about saying what you're grateful for and showing gratitude for it, but actually feeling into it, feeling what it feels like, saying what you're grateful for, saying why you're grateful for it, and saying thank you for it, and meaning it from the bottom of your soul, and just reconnecting to all the good that is in your life. And I got okay with it not feeling the way that I wanted it to feel. So at the beginning of February, it didn't feel as good as it does now. At the end, like when I was trying to get outdoors because, it's cold, and I know being outdoors is really important for me and my well-being. So that is something that I know about myself. It is something outdoors is so good for you. Like it is so good for you. So I knew I needed to get outdoors more. So I would start taking like 6-minute walks because it's so super cold. So like 6-minute walks outside so that I could just get some fresh air in my lungs. I could connect to myself and I could feel more like myself. And even though it didn't feel as good as I wanted it to feel, it still felt better than where I was. So I was okay with it not being perfect. And that is something that I didn't know about myself, that I'm a perfectionist. I never really considered myself a perfectionist. If you looked around my house, like I'm not a super like OCD, I'm not a clean person. Like I'm not a dirty person. I'm not a tidy person. Let's say that. There's stuff in my life and there's stuff around. And if you come in, there's stuff. So I never considered myself a perfectionist because that stuff doesn't bother me. So, but when it comes to doing things right, and to putting my best foot forward and to putting my best face forward to the world and to being good at what I do, and to those things are super important to me. And what it looks like was mattering too much to me. I needed to be more focused on what it felt like, and I needed to be more honest about what it felt like. And so I let it be what it was. I didn't try to make it anything else. I let it be what it was. I leaned on my husband. I leaned on my coach. I leaned on my friends. I was super honest. I asked for help whenever I didn't know what to do. And I stayed open to the lessons because I knew there were going to be lessons available to me. And I knew that this was happening for a reason. It all happens to us for a reason. And it's not happening to us, it's happening for us. This is an opportunity to grow and learn and expand and to bring those lessons to you. And this is all part of what I'm meant to experience so that I can be a better coach, so that I can be a better friend, so that I can be a better wife, so that I can be better to myself. And it really got me out of my own head and back into my life because we spend so much time in our head. So I really started listening to my intuition and just saying, okay, so I felt the nudge to go to the gym. I don't even like the gym. Like, I'm not a gym person, and I admit I'm still not a gym person, but I have been going twice a week minimum for the last several weeks since January came in because I want to feel good in my body, because I know I need to move more, because I know it's going to make me feel good when I'm done, and I'm not forcing myself, and it's not a requirement to my life. Like, I'm not beating myself up for if I don't get there. Like, I have released all pressure on myself, and I'm just allowing myself to enjoy what feels good. And right now, going to the gym feels good. It makes me feel good in my body. It makes me feel good when I'm done. It gives me the opportunity to listen to podcasts I don't get the opportunity to listen to when I'm home. It's really fun, it's really enjoyable, I'm really enjoying the process, and that is so much part of where I am, is just enjoying the process again, enjoying the journey, releasing all deadlines, releasing all expectations, stop worrying about what it looks like and caring more about what it feels like and how I can better serve the people that I am meant to help and serve, and that's all that I'm focused on right now. I've released any pressure to do anything a certain way. There's not a certain amount of emails that need to go out. There's not a certain amount of posts that need to be done. There's no challenges that need to be met. It's just me showing up for me because that's what feels good. And I tell you what, it took no time before I started to feel better, before the joy started to seep back into my life again, before I began to feel like more like me again, when I started to feel stronger and happier, and I was laughing more, and I was smiling more, and I was giving better advice, and I was just feeling so good. And now I'm at this new place that I don't know if I've been in before. I have been in the really high high. That's what most of 2022 was. It was a really high high of knowing I was on the right track, of knowing I was exactly where I was supposed to be and being confident in what was going on. But now I have that same feeling of confidence and surety, but it's more contentment. It's this level of this. So I'm not riding this high that's eventually going to come down. I am just leveled off completely and completely at ease with who I am, with what I'm doing, with knowing I'm taking care of myself to the best of my ability, with knowing that I can do anything I set my mind to, with knowing that the way forward for me is to take care of my mind, is to take care of my body, and is to do what I am supposed to be doing. And part of that calling for me is helping you not feel as exhausted, helping you know that there is more available to you, helping you realize that the mediocre life that you have settled into does isn't all that's available to you. That everything that you could ever possibly want is right there on the horizon for you for the taking. You just need to reach out and grab it, for reminding you how strong you are and how incredible you are and how important it is to love yourself. And I know you're in pain. I know that you're run down. I know that you are exhausted. I know that you're just going through the motions, that you're living your life on autopilot, and you think that that's okay. You think that this is just a season of my life, and this is just the time that I'm in, and this is fine, and I don't need more than this, and I am okay here, and I am just going to get together and complain with my friends, and I'm gonna have a binge eat every now and again, and I'm gonna drink too much, and I'm going to just let life be what it is, and that's it. Like, I'm just gonna let it lie. It's a season, it'll pass. Don't just let it pass. Don't just let it pass. It doesn't just have to pass. Don't let time pass. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? It's not going to get better unless something changes, unless you do something differently, unless you look at it differently, unless you decide to write a more empowering story, unless you decide that this is not good enough for you, unless you decide you want more, that you want to feel strong in your body, that you want to feel good when you look in a mirror, that you want to be energetic, that you want to be more patient, that you want to have more of what lights you up, that you want to smile more, that you want to laugh more, that you want to go to bed at the end of the day feeling accomplished and feeling proud and feeling connected to the real you, the you that loves your life, the you that knows you're exactly where you're supposed to be, the you that is confident in who she is, who shines when she walks into a room, who lights other people up, who lifts other people up, who wants more for herself and for everyone in her life so that everyone can experience this joy, this peace, this soul deep love for you and what you're doing and how you're showing up. It is available to you. It is available to you right now. I collapsed time in this last struggle that I was through. This kind of thing in the past, it has been years since I've experienced it at this level. But this kind of thing in the past has set me back by weeks for sure, sometimes months. I have gone months where I could not get out of my own way, where all I did was sit in front of the TV, binge eat, watch my weight expand, watch my health deteriorate, have more headaches, be less present, just completely tuned out, not spending time with the people that I love, not doing things that I love, not taking care of my body, not doing anything that made me happy. I have spent weeks and months in the past doing that. And this time around, I don't even know if it was 3 weeks. It was definitely 2. It was somewhere between 2 and 3, and it was so and the reason why it's taken me so long to come to you, I'm just gonna be completely honest about it because that's where I am right now. I'm in a place where and that's where I'm gonna be forever because that's who I am. I'm someone who's honest. I was afraid to say, "I'm better," that I'm doing well, that things are good because I was so sad. I'm like, "No one is going to believe me. No one is going to believe that I have overcome it this quickly, that I have gotten through it with this much ease, that it wasn't super hard." That I mean, it was hard. It was hard to feel the things. Feeling the things was the hardest part. Feeling the sadness, feeling the anger, feeling the frustration, feeling overwhelmed. That was the hardest part because I haven't experienced that in so long for such a long period of time that I wasn't comfortable with it. So that was the hardest part, but once I accepted it and surrendered to it and started just doing whatever made me feel better from one minute to the next and following my intuition and letting it be easy and letting it be fun and letting it be what it needed to be, it took no time. And I feel so good right now. I'm so happy and I am back on track, but even better than ever because it's where I'm supposed to be. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I am trusting in divine timing and that everything is working out for me always. And this was a period of time that I needed to reconnect to the pain of my old life, the old life where I had no quality of life, where I couldn't get out of bed, where I was dependent on prescription medication to get through my day, where I complained to my friends and family all the time, where I was venting, where I hated my job, where I just was just not in a good place. I'm not special. I'm really not. This is available to you, and you might be like, "Well, I'm not going through a period of sadness." You don't have to be going through a period of sadness. Are you where you wanna be? That is my question to you. Are you where you want to be? Do you love who you see in the mirror? Do you love how your clothes fit? Do you love the people in your life? Do you have good relationships with the people in your life? Do you feel patient? Are you doing the things that you love most often? Are you making time for yourself? Are you doing things that you love every day? If the answer to any of those things are no, then there is more available to you. You do not have to settle. You can have it all. It gets to be so fun. It gets to be so easy. It gets to be whatever it is you want it to be. You just have to decide that now is your time. And I want to ask you, if now isn't your time, then when? When are you going to make you a priority again? When are you going to make your health a priority again? When are you going to make moving your body a priority again? When are you going to make being energetic and happy and fulfilled and are a priority again? When are you going to make the things that matter to you a priority again? When your kids are out of the house, when you are done with this winter, when it's summer and you like to be outdoors, like what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Everything you want is available to you now, and I would love to help you. It's so funny because I should not be doing this right now. This is should not. So right off the bat, anytime anyone says should, I, there's nothing you should be doing. You should only be doing what you want to be doing, what fills you up, what makes you excited, what makes you happy. There's nothing that needs to be done. The bathroom can wait. The whatever it is that the the going to the gym can wait if you don't feel like doing it. All those things there's nothing you should be doing. So it's funny when I say I shouldn't be doing this right now. I should be working on my free workshop that I have coming up from March 13th to 17th. It's called Fall in Love with You. It's the 5 steps to a healthier, happier you right now. And I'm also working on a brand new wellness program tied to that workshop that is called Back to Basics. It's 12 weeks. I'm not going to give you a whole lot of details on that because that's not what we're here to talk about today. Honestly, I'm still working on it, and it's super exciting and super fun. So that's what I should be working on. I should be working on that workshop. I should be working on that. And I am. Like I'm still working on those things. I'm still excited about those things. I'm still fired up about those things. But this Friday, I was sitting down and I was doing my work stuff for my business. And I started thinking about living well. And that's my 12-month high touch, high level group coaching program that I've had for over a year now. And I started thinking about it and thinking about what I just went through. And I thought, you know what? That program is a gift. That program is a gift that I should be offering to people right now. What am I waiting for? In the same way that I'm asking you, what are you waiting for? What am I waiting for? This program is ready. It is done. It is open for business. It has every piece ready for you. It is completed. It is amazing. I have fine-tuned it a little bit. It just makes me so excited. And it's going to give you the transformation that you want. What if you believed in you? What if you believed you were capable of achieving anything that you put your mind to? What if you could squash those anxious thoughts that keep you up at night? What if you could feel good in your body again? What if you were able to move your body every single day without resentment, without feeling like you're sacrificing something, without feeling like you're giving up something? What if binge eating was no longer a part of your day? What if you were energetic and healthy and happy and fulfilled every single day? How would that make you feel? How would that impact your day to day? How would that impact the relationships in your life, your husband, your friends, your family, your kids? How would that change things for you if you were able to overcome those things and just love your life and have such gratitude for where you already are while still working on towards where you want to be? How would that feel for you? To forgive yourself for past mistakes, to love yourself unconditionally, to be just so fired up about your life and excited and happy and just in love with who you are and where you're going. How would that feel? What if this Monday is the Monday that you change everything for yourself, that you put all the excuses on the back burner, that you give yourself a pep talk and you tell yourself you are worthy and you tell yourself you are deserving, and you tell yourself that you are more than good enough to achieve everything that you want? What if this Monday is that Monday for you? What if you decide right now you are going to take better care of yourself? What if you made those decisions now? What if you asked for help? What if you leaned in with faith and let go of the fear and just embraced the beautiful person that you are? How would that feel? How would it feel? It feels so good. Like, it feels so good. Investing in yourself and your health and your happiness and the person that you want to be is the best investment you'll ever make. You don't bat an eyelash about getting takeout at the end of our busy work day. You don't bat an eyelash of getting coffee every day on your way to work. You don't bat an eyelash of picking up a bottle of wine after a hard week at work. You don't bat an eyelash of picking up some chips at the store. None of that. Parting with that money doesn't bother you one little bit. You don't think about it. You just think about, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I want you to do in this process. Think about what you want and think about, am I the person to help you? Can I help you? Has any of this resonated with you today? Has any of this spoke to you today? Do you want help? If you do, I'm just inviting you to come along, to be on this journey with me. I'm doing it too. I'm loving it. It is so much fun. It is so easy. I'm letting it be easy. I'm letting myself stop eating when I feel full. That is huge, you guys. Like that is huge. Like I can't like huge. I had a post about this said celebrate with me, and I meant celebrate with me because I was fired up. I have not been able to not clear a plate. I don't really know for how long, since I was probably 6 years old. Like I was taught that you cleared your plate and then you got dessert. Like that was how it works. So in order to get to dessert, I had to clear my plate, whether or not I was hungry, whether or not I was full, it didn't matter. And that followed me into adulthood and has contributed to my ill health for so many years. And don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming anyone for that. The decisions I make for myself as an adult are mine. But that conditioning took a long time for me to overcome. So the fact that I can now do it and do it well and do it confidently, and I'm not drinking right now, and I am not like, it's not to say that you can't do any of those things. You absolutely can. You can still clear your plate. You can still drink alcohol. I'm not here to tell you that you can't do any of those things. What I'm here to tell you is that you can be whoever you want to be, and it gets to be whatever you want to be. And I would love to help you do it. So, Living Well is open for enrollment, and I am pumped about it. Like, I am so excited. And what's even more exciting about it is that I have slashed the price in half. In half. It is costing you half what it cost before. I had already made the switch from US to Canadian dollars. I had already decreased the price. I had already done all those things already. But I felt even further compelled to drop it. And part of me struggled with that because I know the value of this program. It is so incredible. You get so much. The transformation that you want is the gift, the patience for everyone in your life, a calm mind, no more anxious and running thoughts, the ability to write a more empowering story, the ability to take better care of your body, the ability to no longer binge eat, the ability to love the person that you see in the mirror. That's the gift of this program. Those are the gifts that you get. But the things that you get are also so, so, so good. So you get to grow inside a supportive group environment with people who want you to win, who are cheering you on, who get it, who are also going through the same kinds of things that you are going through. You get a group chat where we get to talk however often you want, 50 times a day. If you want, send a message, someone will answer you. The chat that I have inside my own group program that I'm a part of, so invaluable. We support and love each other so much in there. It's insane. You also get weekly accountability sessions. You get a one-on-one call with me to discuss where you are, what you're working towards, and an action plan to get you started. We have a weekly coaching call, the weekly feedback. So you send me, like I send you a form with how your week went, where you're struggling, where you're shining, where you need more help. I give you feedback on what I think we can work on and like homework to do. And we get to have a conversation about it. Like it's not just me telling you what to do, because this is not a one size fits all approach. Wellness is different for everybody. What you need is different from the person who's next to you. But there are certain things that run through it the same. So I'm so excited. I'm just so excited about it. You also get weekly meditation and yoga sessions that are recorded. So if you can't make it live, you can watch them later. So many things. A supplement quiz to help you identify any nutritional gaps. All the things, like all the things. It is so good. So good. I mean, I can send you a link with all the details. But, and usually I post the link in the comments. I'm not going to do that today because I want to talk to you. I want to know if any of this has resonated with you today. Drop a heart down below if it has resonated with you today, or send me a direct message if it has resonated with you today. If something I said has struck a chord with you, and if you're ready to get started, then please write me a message. Or even if you're not ready to get started, you just want to have a further conversation, please come to me and let's have a conversation. I am not here to sell you on anything. I am here to invite you to grow and learn and to be the person you want to be, and to support you in your journey, and to give you all the love and encouragement and support that you need, and to cheer you on, because we could all use more cheerleaders. And I just would love to have you. It is going to be amazing. And just so you know, the half off pricing that I have loaded right now is only available to the first 10 people. After that, I'm adjusting it. I have no idea what I'm adjusting it to. None. No idea, but I am adjusting it. So the half off pricing goes away after 10 people sign up. I don't say that to scare you. I don't want to force your hands in any way, but I just want you to be aware that I'm offering this to 10 people. And once those 10 people have cleaned their spots, then we'll go to a different scale of pricing for everyone else, just because I want to make sure that I'm able to give the best possible experience to every single person that comes in, and that I am exactly where I need to be, and that I can hold space for all those people, and that I can adequately provide the support that you need, while still running my other programs. So, yeah, that's it. That's it for me. I hope this was really helpful. I hope that you're gaining some nuggets from my story that can help you with yours. I hope that you are taking care of you. I hope that you're setting yourself up for success this week. Take some time today, decide what your priorities are for this week, make a plan. It takes minutes. I have already done my plan for the week. Um, and join me within Living Well. Join me within my free lives. Join me within the Fall in Love with You workshop, March 13th to 17th. Join me in my free Facebook group. Just follow my story. Tell me if you think I'm crazy. Tell me if you think I can help you. Tell me if you have questions. I'm here for you. Everything you want is available to you. Stop putting off the life that you deserve. Go after what you want right now. We aren't promised tomorrow. And I just want you to feel as incredible as you deserve to feel, mind, body, and soul. You deserve all good things. All love and light from my heart to yours. Wishing you the most incredible Sunday. Take care of you.